Hi, Greg here with Bright Idea Music. This is a simple tutorial about what a key of music is and what it means to play in a key. So let's dive right in. First, I want you to think of a key of music as a menu in a restaurant. When you look at the menu, you discover there's a limited number of items you can choose from. Without a menu, a restaurant would be in trouble because there wouldn't be any boundaries as to what customers could order and what the expectations of the restaurant should be. So it would be total chaos without a menu. That's essentially what a key of music is. It's just a menu of notes. Specifically, it's a menu of 7 different notes to choose from when you're playing a song or piece of music. That's it. Just remember that a key of music is a menu of 7 different notes. Next, what does it mean to play in a key? Let's take the key of C. If I'm going to play in the key of C, that means that most of the notes, if not all of the notes that I'm going to be playing, are going to be these 7 different notes. So why did I say most of the notes? Well, just because I'm playing in a specific key doesn't mean I can't veer outside of the key temporarily and play a note or two that's not in that key. Now, when this happens, these notes are called accidentals. Now, that doesn't mean that they're an accident. That just means that the composer of that piece of music chose some notes when they were writing it that wasn't in the key. And just to ease your mind, it's very few notes that are accidentals. Most music doesn't have accidentals at all. They usually just stay in the key throughout the piece. So just remember, when you're in any specific key, the melody and the chords are going to be made up of those 7 different notes of whatever key you're in. All right, next. How is this so-called menu constructed? Are these just 7 different random notes? Of course not. Music is very logical and easy to understand. These 7 different notes are in a pattern. In other words, all major keys of music have the exact same pattern, and all minor keys have the same pattern. Now, we won't worry about minor keys for now because that's another tutorial. For now, let's concentrate on the pattern of a major key of music. Before I go any further, let me ask you if you've seen the tutorial on how to find a major chord. What I essentially demonstrated in that tutorial was how to use a tetrachord plus pattern to find a major chord. Without me saying it in the tutorial, the pattern actually shows the first 5 notes in any major key. It's right here if you want to see it. So let's move on by looking at the pattern. First, you need to understand the concept of whole steps and half steps. Yes, I covered those in that tutorial, but I'll briefly explain them here. A half step is when you move from one key to the very next key. It doesn't matter if it's black or white, it's the very next key. A whole step is when you move from one key to the next by skipping a key. Again, it doesn't matter if any of the keys involved are black or white. You're skipping one key. Now that we've covered that, here's the pattern of a major key. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. Just remember this pattern and you'll be able to find the 7 different notes in all 12 major keys. It's very simple to understand. Now I can hear some of you saying, isn't what you just demonstrated a major scale? Shh. Scale is a bad word. Okay, it is actually a major scale, but I don't like to use the word scale because if you're a former traditional piano student, your teacher probably had you playing scales and doing exercises that you didn't understand because that's the way they were taught and bored you to tears, and just the word scale makes you nauseous. It suits the type of music instruction that I'm teaching to call it a key because that implicates it being a useful tool to play music rather than just another music theory lesson that complicates things. But in the end, it's your time and effort that you spend learning, so it's really up to you what you choose to call it and how you look at it. Well, that's all for now. I want to thank you for stopping by. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share because it really helps my channel and it opens up the door for me to make more tutorials for you to learn the fastest and the easiest way to become a musician at the keyboard. This is Greg with Bright Idea Music, and I'll see you next time.